Hi, whoopee! I'm outside. Oh God, it's so lovely to be outside in the fresh air again. Oh, on the seafront again, just breathing in the fresh air. Oh, it's lovely. I had my breakdown in the car last Friday. It's Thursday, 31st of August. 6 days on the sofa after that, couldn't move. What a carry on. Yesterday I had to put my steroids up to 30 milligrams. Haven't done that for a long time. And then today so far 25 milligrams, but still not feeling any good. And I'm starting to wonder now if it's something totally different. I've got to see the cardiologist on Tuesday about my heart, so I'm wondering if is it that. I just don't know what to do anymore about putting the steroids up and down. I keep, I'm trying putting them up, putting them down. Oh. See, when you put them up, you're supposed to put them up to 30 milligrams a day for 6 days to get you back to the level that you should be at. But I can't take that many. I'm not prescribed that many, and I mean, every time I went out, I would have to take that many. So I don't know what to do. I suppose I'm just grateful that I'm outside today. It's nice and sunny. I mentioned before about all the supplements I had been taking and what I've stopped taking now, the money I'm saving, but then again spending more money on other things. My DHEA arrived yesterday, which I decided to go ahead with and take. And so I took the first one yesterday, second one today, but probably take a while for that to get registered in the body and things like that, I've just been looking back on me bloods to see how far I have come. And a year ago I was taking iron tablets because when I first started on this journey, you don't know what it is and what's going wrong, and I thought, oh, so tired all the time, maybe a lack of iron, so I started taking iron tablets. And then when I got me bloods done, it registered at 222, which is very, very high. And I thought, oh dear me, better stop taking them. So my last test that I've just had done is 137, which is just, where it should be. So that was a good thing. When I went on to my NDT 2 months ago, that was for me FT3 and me FT4, see if they could bring it up a little bit. Anyway, I had the results of them, and my T4 has gone from 11.84 to 17.5, so that's excellent, isn't it? And then my T3 went from 2.8 to 5.4, so that's really, really good as well. So those supplements were well worth, I mean, I paid 50 odd pound for them, but they were well worth it. I don't know how long I've got to stay on them or how it'll go, but just biding me time for the minute. I had a test done, it's called CRP, reactive protein, something like that. Anyway, it measures the amount of inflammation there is in the body. So if you have a blood test done and you've got influenza or you've got diarrhea, whatever, obviously you're going to be high in these CRPs, So anyway, the test I had done last year for my CRP came back at 22. I'm not quite sure what was going on in my body at that time, I just remember the test. So this year I've just had it done again, and that's come back at 5, which is really good. I mean, it's supposed to be, I think everybody's supposed to be about 5, so really I should get it down a bit further than that if I can. So that's one of the things I've been looking into, trying to reduce the inflammation, because inflammation, as I've said before, is to do with arthritis and things like that. And I think you can alter that with the foods that you eat, so see how we'll go from there. My protocol that I've been following is through Dr. Rind and Dr. Peatfield, who are leading authorities in the world on adrenal issues and how to restore your adrenal glands again. So I try and follow them as much as I can. And these are all the sort of supplements that he recommends. Well, they recommend, sorry. And top of their list is B12. So I had been taking that for quite a while as well. And the B complex, all the B vitamins to go with it, you know. So when I first got tested for this, before I went on them, the results came out at 430. My latest results have just come out at 750, so that's excellent. So that's why I've stopped taking them for the minute, because hopefully what they say is it should be able to stay at that level now. So we'll see what happens in the next test. They also recommended vitamin D, and my test a year ago was 97. The test this year again is 97, but I have stopped them because of calcium deposits in my heart, and I'm not sure where to go from here. And my GP had said it would be okay to stop them for a month until I seen my cardiologist. So I'll go and see my cardiologist on Tuesday. Does that mean I've got to take more steroids to get there? Yeah, me. Anyway, I mentioned about these pH strips that you get. It's a little box of strips, and you put test your urine. You know, you put them in your water, and it tests what your levels are. So last year my levels were 5.4. Now they're 6.75. So that's really good, and that is one of the major things for me, because if you don't have enough acid in your stomach, this is what leads to all the inflammations, and you've got to get your stomach put right first. As I've said before, I've had no reflux, I've had nothing since I started taking my betaine, which reduces this kind of inflammation, you know. So I think it's supposed to be about 7 actually, so I could probably, I'm not quite there yet, but you can't take too many tablets all at once. You have to just bide your time, don't you? I had been told years ago that I had protein leaking into my blood, because this is what happens when you have adrenal issues or anything to do with the kidneys. You get a bit of leakage in that, you know. But at the time I didn't query it. I just, you know, doctors don't tell you what to do, so I just thought everything was okay. Anyway, looking into that, I've discovered that my diet was so bad, just living on the vegetables and the salads and everything. So I'm on the Atkins diet now, so it's very high protein, very high fats, but no carbs. And my protein levels last year were 5.8, and I've just had a result there a couple of weeks ago, and it's now 7.4, which is excellent. So all in all, everything seems to be going okay there at the minute. I've just got, I'm happy with the NDT, keep that going for the while. Stopped a lot of the other supplements and see how the DHEA goes, because that was really flatlined. But I think it'll probably take about another month before I can get tested for that again. Go to see the cardiologist on Tuesday. My breathing isn't any better. I just don't know.